Fire in the hole, let's cook some pork belly. Hey, stay tuned to the end of the video to find out who won this bottle of root boy rub. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome once again to my backyard. What I got going on for you today is I've got some of the nicest pork bellies I've ever seen in my whole life. And what I'm going to do is cube this up like this. Cubing up these strips of pork belly into pieces about that big. Yeah, baby. I got my cast iron pot getting hot on the fire. And what we're going to do is throw these right in the pot. No oil, no nothing. These are so beautiful. They've got so much meat on them. And you know, pork belly is what they make bacon out of. So what could be better? This is like nature's perfect meat. Pork belly, look at that. Can you see that? That's like a chunk of bacon right there. Yeah. I'm going to get these in the pot and get them cooking. They got to cook for about 20 minutes. We don't have to pour any oil in because there's so much fat on these. They're going to make their own fat. And then we're going to drop in some other stuff and make a sauce for these. It's going to be awesome. So stay tuned. Pork belly's been in the pot for about 30 minutes. Some of the fat's starting to render out, starting to get a little bit of cook on it. And what we want to do now is throw in one whole diced white onion in there and 20 cloves of garlic diced up. That's a lot of garlic, but we like garlic in our pork belly. So what we're going to do now is mix that all up, get that mixed up. And that's got to cook for another 30 minutes. And then we'll make the sauce that we're going to put on here. Wait till you see that. Let's get that garlic incorporated and get that onion cooked down in that pork belly. Oh man. That is looking so good, man. It's almost good enough to eat already. What's better than pork belly? Okay, so we got the onion and the garlic in there. We're going to let that cook for another 30 minutes and we're going to come back and make our sauce. So stay tuned. The pork bellies have been in the pot for about an hour. What we're going to do now is make the sauce that's going to go on them. We've got a cup of vegetable stock. You could use chicken stock or you could use beef stock, whatever stock you want. I'm using vegetable stock today. I just feel like using vegetable stock. And then we're going to start measuring out the other ingredients. We've got soy sauce, a quarter cup of regular soy sauce. And it's a real easy one to remember because everything's in quarter cup increments except for the stock. So you got a cup of regular soy sauce. Get that in there. Then I got a cup of mushroom soy sauce, which is a little bit darker than the regular soy sauce. We need 1/4 of a cup of that. It's a little hard to get out of the bottle, but I'll get it. Darker than regular and thicker than regular soy sauce. Mushroom soy sauce, dark soy sauce. That goes in there. Put the cover back on that. Then we need some honey. 1/4 of a cup of golden blossom honey. And you know I don't usually measure stuff, but for this one I'm measuring it. Okay, I got to get a better grip on that. 1/4 of a cup golden blossom honey. Get that in there. Rinse out my thingy. Okay. Next comes some, set that aside, hoisin sauce, Chinese barbecue sauce. Can't beat that stuff with a stick. 1/4 cup of hoisin sauce. Oh yeah. That's some good stuff right there. Hoisin. Hoisin sauce. And then we got some oyster sauce. Oyster flavored sauce. 1/4 cup of that. Can't beat that either. That's some good sweet stuff. Oyster flavored sauce. And last but certainly not least, we have some Shaoxing, Shaoxing, Shaoxing rice cooking wine. This is Chinese cooking wine. If you don't have this, you could use sherry or sake. 1/4 of a cup of Chinese cooking wine. I'll put a little bit more just to rinse out my cup a little bit. Shaoxing, that's how you say that. Shaoxing. Then we're going to mix this all up. Stir this up good. That's a beautiful sauce right there. My pork belly's been cooking for about an hour. I'm going to let them go another ½ hour. Then I'm going to pour this sauce on there and show you what that looks like. Because then we got to cook it another hour after that for the sauce to thicken up. So that's my sauce. That's the ingredients. Oh, I got one more thing. I almost forgot. We're going to put a little bit of Chinese 5-spice powder in there. 5-spice powder, let's say a teaspoon of 5-spice powder. Good stuff. We get that, oh, that smells good. Get that incorporated in our sauce. That'll give it a nice flavor. You could just put some star anise in there if you wanted to, or you could put some, you know, whatever kind of spices you want. But that's the recipe I've got, the one I've given you today. So anyway, let's get that all mixed up. I'm going to let my pork bellies cook for a little bit longer, then I'm going to drop the sauce on, and I'll show you what that looks like, so stay tuned. Pork bellies have been cooking about an hour. We're going to dump that sauce on there. That beautiful Chinese cooking sauce that we're going to braise these pork bellies in. Don't that look good? Oh man. We're going to stir that around. Get them all covered up in that beautiful sauce. And let them braise for about another hour in there. That sauce is going to thicken up and concentrate into a beautiful, sweet sauce for our barbecued pork belly. Or actually braised pork belly, I should say. Braised pork belly. We might have to add some liquid to that. Maybe, maybe not. We'll keep an eye on it. It's already starting to look awesome, isn't it? How's that look? Pretty good, huh? Okay, stay tuned. We'll get this cooked up. We'll get some rice and a beer, and we'll take a taste. So stay tuned. My Chinese braised pork belly is done. I can't wait to get some of that in my mouth. Meanwhile, let's have a beer. I should have got an Oriental beer, but I didn't. What I got is this. This is from the. This is Fishtail Ale from the Fish Brewing Company, and it's called Beyond the Pale. And that happens to be the name of my Procol Harum subreddit, Beyond the Pale, because that's what Procol Harum's all about. Beyond the Pale. Anyway, let's pour that out. It's an IPA, of course. It's a it says World Beer Awards, World Best Beer. I don't believe that. But it is an IPA, a pale ale. What's the ABV on that? Is 5%, so it's sessionable. Let's pour it out. There's only one way to find out, right? Oh, it's beautiful. Wow. It said it was a pale ale, but it's kind of dark. It's kind of a golden color. Isn't that pretty? That is, let's move that over a little bit, huh? Beyond the Pale. Pale Ale from Fishtail Brewing Company. Fish Ale or Fishtail, however you want to say it. Let's take a sniff of that, Lassa. What you think? Sounds good, huh? Oh man, that smells excellent. What an excellent IPA with a beautiful color. I can smell the citrus in it already. Let's quaff the froth off it, Lassa. Wow, that is beyond belief. I wasn't expecting anything with this beer. It's delicious. An excellent beer. Beyond the Pale from Fishtail Brewing Company. Pretty good beer. I'm really surprised. Wasn't expecting a lot from it, but I can see where it won an award. Let's give them some of that pork belly over here. I garnish it with some cucumber slices and some pepper slices, red and green, and some cilantro leaves. And I'm just gonna ingloriously dip my hand in there and grab a piece of that pork belly and get it in my mouth. Oh my goodness. Mm. 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 Oh, that's good. Fork tender pork belly. Is there anything better in the world? Oh. It's like eating bacon, only braised in liquid. Look at that beautiful stuff. Hmm. Babies, that stuff's delicious. I'm not lying. I hope my chewing's not coming over the audio. Yeah, anyway, that's my Chinese braised pork belly. I think it's excellent. I urge you to try this recipe. And yeah, you know what I always say, babies. If you like this crap, please subscribe. This beer is out of sight. Wow. That's some good beer. I was not expecting that. I don't know what I paid for that. It was not expensive. This pork belly rocks. This dish rocks. Let me tell you what. If you can't get behind this, then I just can't tempt you with anything. But this is awesome. Anyway, babies, that's my video. You know what I always say. If you like this crap, please subscribe. If you don't, I'll put an iCard up here for, shut up, dog. I really didn't have anybody in mind. So whoever's in the iCard, lots of luck to you. Hope you get plenty of subscribers from this. Anyway, go up in the iCard, find out who it is, and subscribe to them and tell them the Root Boy sent you. Subscribe to me. Come back next week and watch till the end of the video to find out who won the Root Boy rub in the beer bottle from last week. Okay, babies? That's my video. Bye!